What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on another MLB The Show 20 Diamond Dynasty video. If you look over at the horizon, what do you see? Maybe a cityscape. I see baseball is back in 2 days, baby. And what that means is, of course, roster updates are making their gradual return into the game as well. So today we're going to come in hotter than Scarlett Johansson with episode 2 of Diamond Watch, players you guys are going to want to invest in order to make a ton of stubs. Buy them now. Once they go up to Diamond, you're gonna make buku bucks. But before we get into this one, as always, make sure leave a like down below if you guys have been enjoying the content. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new on that slow grind to 50,000, but we shall get there eventually. So make sure and hit that rectangular rojo button. We're already there. It's Corey Kluber, baby. It is pretty obvious to most people, I would think, that Corey Kluber probably has the easiest and quickest route to Diamond. Now, if you look at Corey Kluber, of course, in 2019, he got banged up, and I'm not just talking about the injury. He wasn't particularly good when he was on the mound. 5.8 ERA with a 4.06 fit fielding independent pitching, which ain't bad. 35 and 2/3 innings pitched, 297 opponent batting average, 165 whip. Obviously not great, but that was a short season. He never had a chance to really improve himself. But if you look in the span between 2016 and 2018, he had a combined 2.77 ERA and a 2.97 fielding independent pitching, 633.2 innings pitched. He's usually not an injury-prone guy. 714 strikeouts to just 127 walks and a 2.05 or a 205 opponent batting average, 0.97 whip. Really shouldn't have to tell you much right here. He definitely should be going up to Diamond. He's had the track record. He just kind of missed a step last year. It will not take long for Kluber. He's going for 2.3 right now. Quick sale value for Diamonds is 5K. You can at least double pretty much everybody we're going to talk about. So Corey Kluber is a fantastic investment and one of the quickest paths I really see to Diamond this year. Next one. This is going to be a bit of a lower overall, but I definitely think he has a good shot this year, and that is going to be Trey Turner. Okay, it took me a little bit to find him. Trey Turner. Now, Trey Turner had a fantastic 2016. That's usually what his flashback is representing of. He's had some injury problems the years, between then and now. And last year, we're looking at his splits. Against lefties at 316, 367 on base, 444 slug, 2 homers, 11 extra base hits. Righties at 293, 350 on base, 514 slug. So a lot more power, 17 home runs, 50 extra base hits. Now, the big thing with Trey Turner is he has speed. He has contact. For shortstop, that really boosts overall up a bunch. What he also needs is defense. I think Trey Turner's an underrated defender. Now, they are extremely bipolar STS when they decide to actually upgrade fielding attributes. Who knows if it's going to happen? I definitely think just off of what he's done in the past, he deserves it. But I think he's going to have a good year. 60 games. I think he can stay healthy. The strikeout rate, 113 strikeouts in. Not a full season last year. Has to improve. Contact and power against lefties. He definitely has what it takes to get to Diamond. This is going to be a bit of a more long-term investment. But again, they should be a bit more opposite of frugal in terms of giving out overalls, being that we are only going to have 60-game season. Moving on to the next one, we're going to have another shortstop. We're going to have Marcus Seaman. Now, of course, he's at a contract year, which, usually means that they are going to play up to their best ability. They are going to make a damn sure that they have a great season to ensure the most amount of money in the offseason. And he broke out last year. I think he was third in MVP voting. He might have been fourth. But last year, really breakout season against lefties. He hit 309, 391 on base, 539 slug, 7 home runs, 24 extra base hits. Against righties, 276, 361 on base, 516 slug, 26 home runs, 59 extra base hits. So the thing with Seaman, if you look just based off last year alone, he definitely deserves to be Diamond, but it's a 3-year balance. If he has the same year or even just a little bit worse, that pretty much is going to help him get up to diamond. They don't want to just go overblown based off of one great year opposed to a bunch of average years. Exception with kind of Ketel Marte. We saw that last year. Some people were questioning that decision, but Ketel had a great year. I think Seaman probably deserved to be diamond as well. The arm strength, I don't know. It's kind of hard to gauge. They don't really clock them in. Maybe he has to put more mustard on his throws, I'm not sure. But just based off what he did last year, 87 walks as well, that probably should boost his discipline. I think Marcus Semien definitely is probably going to get up to diamond this year, especially if the A's are going to be a contender, which I really do think they are. Moving on to the next one, this is going to be, I think, our only silver we're going to be talking about, moving up to gold. And this is another one who had a fantastic year last year, his rookie year, Mike Sbrocco. I really like this one right here. So he had a fantastic 2019, a 2.68 ERA, 236 opponent batting average, 1.11 whip, 174 innings, 142 strikeouts, 41 walks, and the best thing for him, he got off to a dominant start. I think that's something really to take note of. In April and May, he had a 1.62 and a 0.79 ERA respectively. So guys that tend to get off to hot starts, it's obviously going to pay off for you a lot quicker than somebody like maybe an 80 that might just barely sneak it to diamond towards the end of the year. Mike Sbrocco, really not much else to say. The numbers kind of speak for themselves. Again, the Braves are a fantastic team. I think they have a chance of even competing for the World Series this year. They're going to need Mike Sbrocco at his best, and if last year was any indication, he is going to be exceptional again on the hill. So Mike Sbrocco only going for 400. Again, another really good investment that I think he can get gold relatively quickly. Give him like 3 starts, and I think he probably can, 3 good starts, of course. It could be middling starts, and maybe he'll only go up to a 79, but definitely think he has a great shot. Moving back to the gold to diamond picks, I know that technically wasn't allowed based off the title, but moving on. Giancarlo Stanton. Now, this one right here is interesting. He's a Yankee. A lot of people dislike him just for that. Why? I'm not sure. 2019, of course, Stanton, we all know, was riddled with injuries, but what I didn't know, he actually didn't have a bad year. He had 288 in 72 plate appearances, 403 on base, 492 slug, 3 home runs, 6 extra base hits. But his slash line was relatively good. It was better than 2018, actually. In 2018, 266, 343 on base, 509 slug in a full season, 38 home runs, 75 extra base hits. And his K rate in 2019, of course, very small sample size, could have went back. But it was better. The big thing, though, is he only had 241 against right-handers in MLB 18. Technically, MLB The Show 18. That's the big thing. The vision, maybe he's going to improve his strikeout rate. You know, a lot of guys, him, Judge, Gary Sanchez, they just love, they love them Ks. They love them backwards Ks. They can't get enough of them. I think Stanton, I believe he's going to be playing more DH this year. They have that roster is so goddamn deep. I think he might be playing more DH, have more time to focus on hitting. I think Stanton is a surefire bet. Again, somebody who had a really good track record, kind of like Kluber. Not going to take him very much success until he's going to get to diamond. And again, only going for 2.4, really good investment there. Moving on to our last two. This is going to be one that's going to take some work. Fernando Tatis Jr., one of my favorite players in the league. This is biased? Probably. But let's not act like he did not have a fantastic goddamn season last year. Of course, it was cut short due to some injuries against lefties. He had 419, 542 on base at a 726 slug in 83 plate appearances. So that's, you know, a decent little chunk. 294 against righties, 332 on base, 559 slug, 17 homers, 33 extra base hits. I honestly think his defense, it's kind of a lot like Jeter. Now, he makes a lot of errors. I think he had a 94% fielding percentage last year. But he's, you know, uber athletic, kind of like Jeter. You know, a lot of people would say, oh, he makes a spectacular play. Oh, I see that guy in SportsCenter top 10 all the time. He must have 14 platinum gloves. He must have had to go to Home Depot the last night to find some more wood to build some more shelves to hold all them bastards. No, I think that's going to be good where it is. He's not a fantastic defender, but he is decent, and I think he has room to improve. The vision's the big thing. He struck out 110 times last year. Again, not in a full season. Again, kind of like Seaman, someone we were talking about, had really good offensive stats, but you can't just give somebody diamond based off of one good year, and not even a full, my hair's really annoying me, not even a full year. So Tatis Jr., it's going to take him a little bit, but again, I think he is a pretty good candidate if you are looking for somebody cheaper to make a bunch of profit in a long-term setting. I think Tatis is really going to be your guy. And the last one I want to talk about is the Flying Squirrel, Jeff McNeil, quickly becoming one of my favorite players in the league because I like how he does it. Plus, I like him on the show as well. Nice added bonus. Against lefties, last year hit 312, 378 on base, 447 slug, 3 homers, 13 extra base hits. Probably has to improve that, the slug. 320 against righties, 387 on base, 564 slug, 20 homers, 49 extra base hits. He got off, again, kind of like we were talking about with Sbrocco, the fire start in 19. 370, batting average, 460 on base, but only a 490 slug. The thing with McNeil, he didn't really hit for that much power until the latter half after the break. 509 slug compared to a 561 after the All-Star game. I really do think he has all the tools to do it. Second base, again, if you guys don't know, it's one of those positions where if you have hitting, it is going to rapidly boost your overall. The contact, even as it is, I think could arguably be boosted a bit, but he's going to have to slug kind of like he did towards the second half of the season, and he should have absolutely no problem getting to at least an 85 overall this year. Some people sleep on the Mets. I'm not one of those people. I think the Mets are going to have a good team. They've got a good core. McNeil's going to be in good opportunities. I think that's going to help him out. And he's another guy who goes for about $2.5K. Going to make a ton of profit. Really what you have to think about, if you spend $2.5K on one of these guys, some are even going for less, quick sell is $5,000 without taxes. So you're going to double each one that you do buy, even if they are a bit more expensive. Now, there are, of course, other guys who I do think are going to go up. For example, LeMahieu, I think he has a really quick path as well. We only talk about 7 here. I'm going to do roster update predictions once we hear when the first one's going to actually come out. I've talked about it before. I think it's going to be 2 weeks after the season starts. First game on the 23rd. I think it's going to be on the 6th of August. Maybe they're going to surprise us like Chris Hansen and come out hot with it on, I don't know, the 31st, the last day of July. One can hope, one will have to see. But let me know in the comments section who you guys think is going to go up to Diamond this year. Give me some hot takes. I always like to see lows. I saw somebody on Twitter said Christian Vasquez. Maybe gold. Don't get your hopes too high on. Don't spend all your stubs on Christian Vasquez, assuming he's going to go diamond. That's pretty much going to do it for this video. Maybe I'll make a third part to this. We're going to have to wait and see. You're going to have to see. We'll do a little waiting game, both of us. But if you guys did enjoy this one, make sure to leave a like down below. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. Thank you,